I'm capital M small x, or as we pronounce it, us non-binary people, mix, Billy, B-I-L-L-I-E, Gibson. And I am one of the people who got unlawfully arrested by the busies with Audrey White at a Liverpool Friends of Palestine demonstration.
This is where they're trying, all the people who have been charged under anti-terrorist legislation.
We fell against the law over carrying a placard, a piece of paper actually, it wasn't even a proper placard, a piece of paper which said I was against genocide and that I support Palestine Action.
And it just feels like absolutely sickening because getting chucked into the custody suite in the back of a busy carrier to St Anne's, having me mugshots, me fingerprints, everything taken from me, me rights. It just completely threw me off, completely traumatic arrest. And now they're trying to charge me with this bullshit. Why? What is it that you're trying to do? Make an example of us? Just because, we're fighting against the genocide that this country is funding with bombs and weapons. Why have you had to send me down here? Why couldn't you have tried me in Liverpool? I just don't get it.
No, I think it's part of the punishment, really. It's £500. It would have been more to come up here for me and my husband today. We've had to waste 2 days now coming up here and 250 quid. All my comrades from the Merseyside pensioners have come up here because they are standing in solidarity with all of us, not just me, all of us, fighting against the Starmer government. The Starmer government is absolutely, draconian. This real authoritarian law. And, you're talking about people died in the wars fighting fascism for the freedom to speak. And that's the opposite. This is the absolute opposite from a so-called Labour government. It's finished. The Labour government is dead.
Well, I'm here mainly to support Audrey White, but I'm also supporting a brother Mark and Billy, and then all the other people that have been arrested wrongly, in my opinion, because it's not terrorism to stand up and protest against poor innocent people being murdered.
We've come down from Liverpool to support them today, and that's another double edge to how they've been oppressed for standing up against it. It's by bringing it all the way to London just to punish them that bit more. And there's more people in this court today from London in the afternoon, but now wouldn't you put the Liverpool people in the one for the afternoon who've had to travel all this way down here? So it's to further, put the boot in to try and stop people from opposing this. But we will continue to oppose a genocide. And well done to those people who stood up, those pensioners who stood up. How were they calling all these pensioners terrorists?
We left Liverpool at 4 minutes past 6, the train left, and we got into Euston around about 20 past 8. But unfortunately, I didn't bring my painkillers, so I'm going to be knackered.
Magistrates Court is supposed to be for the local community. So we thought, well, since when is Marylebone part of the Merseyside community?
And that's what's so heart-rendering, that all these people have come, and all of you, have come from Liverpool. I mean,
we thought, we're down in Dorset. We've got to come.
Yeah.
I mean, Dorset is nothing compared with Merseyside. And, expecting if you're going to bring witnesses and so on from Merseyside.
This is everything to do with Starmer and his proscription of Palestine Action.
Well, I don't think we can underestimate the significance of the risk to our civil liberties that this represents. The suspension of trial by jury, the proscription of legal, peaceful protests is a mark to fascism and a mark to authoritarianism that we really can't ignore.
Well, I think the judicial system should stand up and say this law is wrong. We all need to stand up and say this law is wrong. It's against our democratic rights. We have a right to protest.
It's a disgrace and we need to stop it right now. Otherwise, other people will find themselves in very similar situations just for standing up for the atrocious things that are not only going on in our country, but around the world.
Palestine! From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
Well, it just exposes the fact that there isn't any justice in Britain. And it's up to us, it's up to all of us, to make sure that we fight for our rights. Never mind invading countries to give them democracy. We haven't got democracy and accountability and justice in this country. Because I'll tell you what, it'll be the unions next.
If Keir Starmer was here now, I would be asking to stop this charade trying to suppress peaceful protesters against the appalling atrocities that are taking place out in Gaza and out in the West Bank.
Keir Starmer needs to stop funding Israel, stop giving Israel weapons to continue bombing the people in Gaza. We've got to stop doing all that.
He should be ashamed of himself and he should be in The Hague.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Occupation no more.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Israel is a terrorist state.
Over 1,000 people have been similarly arrested using terrorism legislation. It seems to me that we're in a serious danger here of becoming such an intolerant society that the right of civil protest is impossible. And when the Terrorism Act 2000 came in, Tony Benn, myself and others intervened on Jack Straw and say this will make civil disobedience impossible. Jack Straw told us straight down the line, it will not. It will always protect civil liberties. It doesn't, it hasn't, and it won't.
So, John, you're standing next to Jeremy Corbyn. So can you tell us, when will you be leaving the Labour Party, like all the other socialists, and joining your party?
Thank you very much for that helpful question.
Don't be harsh on John, he's my friend.
The reason I'm here, let's be clear, the reason I'm here is to support Audrey White. I voted against proscription, just like Jeremy.
Yeah.
We predicted exactly what would happen if protest was prescribed as a terrorism in this way. Thousands of people would be arrested, and it would seek to undermine that centuries-old tradition that we've got of protest when you think the law is wrong. I'm hoping that the case is dismissed against Audrey today so she can get back on those picket lines the way she's been doing over the years. With regard to the Labour Party, what I'm saying to the Labour Party, it's a huge mistake. They need to think again and scrap this legislation. And that's what I'll be campaigning for, both within the Labour Party and outside it as well, for the whole of the Labour and progressive trade union movement.
So I take it you'll be sticking with Starmer then, rather than joining Jeremy?
I'll be doing everything I can to restore the Labour Party to what it once was founded for, to represent working class people, which at the moment I think many will think it's not. That's why I'll remain within the Labour Party. I think Jeremy would have remained within the Labour Party, but he was forced out. I'm saying to people all around me in the party they should be inviting Jeremy back in, because actually he has enormous support in the country. He could be a huge electoral asset. I just wish they'd see sense. Phil, I'm now going in, otherwise I'm going to lose my place in court. Okay, cheers. See you later.
Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Viva, viva, oh Palestina, we'll be free from the river to the sea.
Quite intimidating, because you really are treated like, well, I don't know, criminal, terrorist, whatever. And you're behind, you're in one of these glass cages, which I think, you can hardly hear through them because they've only got little slats. Basically, they've put the case, we pleaded not guilty, obviously. And then we're being put to trial on the 4th of June next year, 2026.